G'day folks, welcome to another episode of Bandaged Cube Creations. Well, this here is the Bandaged clock Mars, and it's got 3 bandaged faces with clocks in a straight line. That's why it's the Mars. The Neptune would be the other one with 3, but it would kind of be 3 around a corner. So this one here, it's a nice little puzzle. And in terms of scrambling it, I'm going to essentially kind of go, well, that's free. That's free. This is a little bit blocked here. So I'll just try and, in fact, just looking at it, even I could do it that way as well. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. You've just got to keep this clock out of the way while you're turning pieces up. And before you know it, it gets quite quickly or very well scrambled quite quickly. Now, of course, I've got to get these bits out as well. That's no problem. I can do that. I can just turn the face and move them up. I'll do that again. And what else can I do? This around here just to escape those pieces that they are already scrambled so they can stay in there. And before we know it, we've got a fairly well scrambled cube. So the first thing that I want to do here is just look at this as a fuse block. These clocks can't really go anywhere. So all I'm doing is just sort of rotating them around. Okay, good. Let's undo that. And that, I mean, the green white goes there. So what I want to do first is get the green orange edge into that position. So we'll locate it. It's just sitting here. And just think about what direction it needs to be. That's going in flipped. So I just want to flip that over like so. And then I can place that like normal. And when I say like normal, I want to turn that. I'll just move that out of the way. There we go. That is done. Now, to put this back, just turn that off. So the edge is in. I then need to place the corner, which is the green, orange, white corner. Now, that's sitting up here, and where I'm going to do it, I'm firstly going to move this clock over probably to here. So I'm just going to get rid of the corner initially. In fact, I'll turn it one more turn like that. That's probably the best thing. Okay, so green, orange, white, and I want the white to be kind of above where it's going. And so at the moment, what I'm aiming for is to do 3 down, down, up, ups. And that is exactly what I want to go there. So I can turn that face, and then undo, undo. I'm going to do that 3 times. Okay, that is in, and I'll return that to position. And I've got essentially a fuse cube now. But we can keep going because this clock up here lends itself now to a big block style solve from here. And so I would say, well, that's at the bottom. Let's see if we can do the same sort of thing, get the yellow orange in there. So the yellow orange, I'll put it up to that face and kind of look at how does it need to be. This is good. Now the only issue putting it in is that clock. So you can turn it out the way, or you can just put it in like that. And same sort of thing, yellow, orange, green, I want to be putting here above that. So let's locate it. It's over there, and I want the green to be on the top. So at the moment it's not, so I'll just sort of turn it like that and then bring it back. And that will allow me now to do the same thing. And I can put that back in, and I have for myself a big block cube. And the thing now is exactly how should I hold it? I mean, normally I would go, let's hold it like that at the back. What I found is it's much easier if I hold it kind of like this, and I say I've got a free red face, I've got a free blue face, and I've essentially got mostly a free yellow face. So that's been done. So now I'm going to say, well, the only difference from a normal kind of fuse cube or big block cube is just this constraining part here. So I might say initially, let's get this edge in, which is a blue white edge, and that's at the top, so I can just happily turn that face. I don't know if I should be turning it 1 turn or 2, but it's in there now. Blue orange there. That's flipped, so I just need to flip that first, like so, and then I can put it in. Those two are in. These two over here are in. So then I'm thinking, okay, what else have I got? I've got a red white that I can turn. I've got this green red that goes over there, so I'll put it into the center and then place that. That'll leave me with these last three, and either I'm going to have a swap or a 3 cycle. Now in this case, red yellow to there, blue yellow to there, red blue, I've got a 3 cycle. So I would just go ahead and solve like that. Now it is possible that you have a swap, and if that happens, you would just turn a face like that 1 turn and then resolve those edges like we normally would on a 3x3 cube. So that is the edges done and dusted. Now for the corners, what I want to do initially is get that corner into its position. So blue, white, orange. Now I can see that it's here. So all I need to do is set up like that, and then 3 down, down, up, ups to swap these 2 corners. And then when I undo the setup, that's good. Now that happens to have oriented. It's not necessarily going to do that, but hey, I'll take it now. Next, I would look at the other corners, and I'm going to solve this like I would. If you think about this clock movement, the part of the clock is never going to go up to that face if I don't turn it that way. So I would just say, well, yellow, blue, orange goes there. I want to place these red corners. So I'm going to get a red, blue, yellow down the bottom. Then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to keep turning it until that is placed in that position. Like so. And in terms of the edges here are clearly out. That's fine. But I'm looking at the next thing, which is that. Well, that's the last one there. So I'm just going to keep turning, get another red onto the bottom. That's a red, green, yellow. So I'll turn around its position and place it. Now I've got a red, green, white. Put its position there and place that one. Last red one is a red, blue, yellow. I'm going to have to do 3 of these. Okay, that's done. When I return, now that's pretty amazing, because what normally happens is you'll get some corners that need to be twisted, and I can do that in exactly the same way that I would on a single algorithm Rubik's Cube solve, which would be, let's say these two, I'll do 2 up, up, down, downs, then turn the upper face and undo and return. You can see those 2 corners there have twisted. So you can do it with any corners here. There's no need for Sune. And that's, yeah, I guess I'd probably class that as just a little bit harder than Venus or Earth, but certainly not much. So that is the now unsolved Bandaged Clock Mars. This is the puzzle for the next video. This one is called the 2, 3, 4 belt cube. And you can see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 2, 3, 4 belt cube. Now, this is an interesting one, and I'll explain more about it in the video for it, but you may notice it's quite similar to one that I released not that long ago called the RMQ-1. So the 2, 3, 4 belt cube, all it's got is, as I said, the clock from left to left front. It's got a slice from front to right, and it's got a big clock from back right to back left. So just that middle layer is bandaged, and the other 2 layers are totally fine. So that is what we'll be looking at in the next video.